I'm going to quote Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell when he said, if you think that Christianity is easy, you're not doing it right. Because that is big, big facts. You know how many people have come to me and they're like, I want a faith like yours. How did you get faith like that? And little do they know that the last 6 years of my life has been pure trial, hardship, tribulation, where I have been put in the refiner's fire. And I don't regret none of it. I learned to suffer well. And I learned that I can go toe to toe with some devils. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to storm the gates of hell for my family. And let me tell you guys, it is time to rise, friends. We are not weak. We are not weak. We have the Lord Jesus Christ living inside of us. That resurrection power lives inside of us. Jesus said that all authority was given to him when he died. And the veil was torn. All authority was given to him, to his name. And let me tell you something. If you know who God is, and you know his character, you know his heart, you have that intimate relationship with him, you're going to be able to do the same. You're going to be able to walk confidently. You're going to be able to walk boldly. You're going to be able to walk with your head held high through the valley of the shadow of death, because you know you're going to come out on the other side. You're going to be able to walk with your head high through the fire, knowing that you're going to come out like gold, like the word says. We are not weak, friends. We are not weak. In fact, the enemy hates people like me, believers like me and you, that know how to suffer well. Where we're not going to curse God because something didn't go our way. We're not going to walk away from this faith or this gospel because we didn't get what we wanted. No. The enemy hates people like us that are stubborn for a breakthrough, stubborn for a miracle, stubborn to see God move and do what only he can do. I hear so many people come to me and they say, I want a faith like yours. How did you get a faith like that? I lost so much along the way. I was pressed for that oil. This oil is expensive, okay? And I don't say that in a cocky or prideful way. I say it because I know what God has placed inside of me. And it's only for his glory and his glory alone. Friends, we have to get to a point where we can suffer well, where we can look at the devil face to face, and we're not going to shrink back in fear because we know, because we are that confident. We have to be that confident going through the storm, going through the fire, going through the tribulation, that we know whatever it is that we're facing, it's just another way. I was talking to a friend about this earlier where I was saying, I'm not someone that folds easy. And they know that. I'm not somebody who gives up easy. I'm not someone who gets discouraged easy. I'm not someone who gets tired easy. I'm not. You know why? Because I learned to see every tribulation, every trial, every infirmity, everything that tries to come at me. I learned to see it as it's just another way. It's just another way for God to get the glory. It's just another way that God's about to move in my life. God's about to show up. You have an incurable disease? God's about to show up. Oh, you need rent by next week and you don't have it? God's about to show up. You need your family saved and you're standing in the gap. God is about to show up. You need a miracle. You need healing. God is about to show up. Okay, that's all that means. And we have to get to a place in our faith and in our walk where we are so confident that God is who he says he is, that we can walk through the fire knowing and believing that he's not going to leave us, that he's not going to abandon us, that he means what he says and his word is true. We have to learn to suffer well. That is a fruit of the Spirit, friends. And I always tell people this: your fruits are your witness. Okay? Your fruits are what people are looking at. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but I don't listen to someone who says they're a Christian. I look for fruit. I look for fruit. Because ain't no way that you're being tormented, you're not happy, you're depressed, and you're anxious, but you want to give me a word. Ain't no reason that, like, I'm not going to take that from you. No. Where are my believers who are walking in their authority? Where are my believers who are not afraid to storm the gates of hell for their family? Where are my brothers and sisters who are not afraid to rise up and tell the devil, you know what, God's about to raise a standard against you because you want to come for me, because you want to come against my family, because you want to come against what it is he's promised me? Where are those believers? Where are my brothers and sisters who are not afraid? You have to be confident, friends, fully confident that God is who he says he is, that God means what he says, where you can look in the midst of the trial and say, this is just another way, and go on about your business. That's what faith looks like. Sometimes it makes you look a little delulu. Sometimes it makes you look a little bit crazy. And that's okay. These trials, these tribulations, whatever it is you're going through, it's just a breaking ground for a miracle. Have faith, friends. He is the greatest prize, the greatest treasure. His presence is his presence is the highest pleasure. He is the greatest treasure. I can't say that enough. And if that's all, let me tell you something, friends. If that's all, I don't care to climb a ladder and become super successful and wealthy. But let me tell you, if the highest place that I ever reach is at his feet, I'm fine with that. And I mean that with my whole being. And we have to get there, friends. I want to see you get there, where you don't care about your circumstances changing because you know, because you're so content with having him as Lord that come what may, I'm going to stay at your feet. Come what may, I'm not going to be shaken. Come what may, I'm going to continue picking up my cross. Those are the soil shakers. Those are the people that the devil hates to see coming. Those who have pure love for the Lord. Let me tell you, friends, when you take your eyes off the circumstances and you fix them on Jesus, and you're so focused on his goodness and who he is because you're so in love with him, that's when everything changes. I hear so many people, they're like, I just want breakthrough. Sometimes breakthrough has to happen in you first, and sometimes that's what it looks like. Being so in love with your Creator that you don't even care if the circumstances change, because they will eventually, because that's just who he is. Oh.